Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Warrior Dome on the campus of Wheaton Academy for tonight's varsity girls volleyball contest between the St. Green Wave and the Wheaton Academy Warriors. At this time, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and join me in an opening prayer, followed by the singing of the national anthem tonight by Wheaton Academy senior Danny Decker. Let's pray together. Lord, we give you the thanks and praise today for the privilege of being here to witness the competition between these two great schools that glorify and honor your name. We pray that all that is done and said on the court and in the stands tonight would be to your glory and your name alone. We give you the thanks and praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad streets and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First for the Green Wave from St. Edward. Number 8, Sam Ottinger. Number 1, Aaron Kramer. Number 5, Bianca Ventimiglia. Number 2, Brooke Biggins. Number 13, Mae Jackson. Number 12, Martina Streleski. And the libero is leading number 10, Taylor Janish. And now the starting lineup for the Wheaton Academy Warriors. Number 8, Alyssa Montia. Number 28, Cameron McClure. Number 33, Shirley Williams. Number 18, Georgia Johnston. Number 21, Maggie Essman. Number 20, Abby Gum. And over this evening, number 1, Anna Hyde.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you from the Warrior Dome tonight. Wheaton Academy Warriors going to be taking on St. Ed's. St. Ed's coming in with a record of, I believe, 5-7. Wheaton Academy 3-5. And both pretty evenly matched from what I could tell early on. We have one common opponent, I believe, and that's Timothy Christian. Both of them lost in straight sets. With Wheaton Academy's loss, the second set, they only scored 8 points total. So we don't know exactly what that looks like. Starting for the Warriors, libero Anna Hyde. Alyssa Montia's in the back row. Also in the back row, Georgia Johnston. Schuler Williams up front. Cameron McClure and Abby Gum rounding out our starting lineup. Dig taken by Alyssa. And Schuler with that touch over. St. Ed's gets penalized for touching the net, trying to block. So Alyssa Mantia starts us off on serve. And right away, starts with an ace. Big celebration there, giving you some replay action. Our first volleyball live stream with Schuler with a great attack there at the net. Good block by Cameron. Keeps the ball alive. Cameron a little aggressive there. Sends the ball long. 2-1 Warriors. Our first live stream this year for volleyball, not our last. Giving you some replays with our net cam. Hopefully you like those. Got a couple of camera operators, Josh Martinez. Excellent dig by Alyssa Mantia. Abby scooping that up, and then the libero sending that thing right over the net. Anna Hyde, the great job. Josh Martinez and Gwen Hadessa. Maggie Essman with an attack, and looks like a point given to Wheaton Academy. So 4-1, Wheaton Academy. So dealing with a little technical difficulties. Georgia Johnston with a great attack there at the net. Good dig by our libero, Anna Hyde. Abby Gum sending it on the other side to Schuler. St. Ed's keeping it alive, and number 5 for St. Ed's, Bianca Ventimiglia, with a good block there. 5-2. This Mantia quickly points to herself, says, my bad, to Maggie. Maggie did a great job getting on the ground, just couldn't scoop that ball up. Once again, side out for the Warriors here. And that ball tips the net, finds its way over. Mantia having to come up a little extra. We'll see if St. Ed's player Taylor Janish is able to attack that. And then Schuler, ball kind of going right through Schuler's hands, and I think that was Maggie's hands too. Found its way into the gap. Taylor Janis doing a great job for St. Ed's. Wheaton Academy trying to get a side out here. St. Ed's keeping the ball alive and found the deep corner. I bet a timeout's coming here soon. That's 4 or 5 straight points here for St. Ed's. So 6-5 for the visiting team. Warriors need a side out desperately here. Taylor Janish still serving and is going right to libero, which very rarely happens. Anna Hyde not able to come up with it. Taylor serving her 5th straight point, going for her 6th. Libero with a bad dig again, and a timeout is called. So just not able to recapture anything. And I think Coach D.A. Nichols is trying to just stop this momentum shift for a second. Warriors coming in with a record of 3-5 in the season, but recently they went 3-1 on the day. I think that was last weekend, not this past weekend, but September the 8th. They had their own invitational, and they ended up beating Little Village, Rolling Meadows, and Evergreen Park. Warriors have a tough week. They are in the heart of conference season. They are facing St. Ed's tonight, St. Francis tomorrow, which we know is a multi-state champion, and ICCP later on this week, as well as another tough dig goes into the net. Abby Gum not able to do anything with it. Taylor Janish keeping the ball rolling here for St. Ed's. And she does us a favor by serving into the net. Her coach looks at her, congratulates her on the effort. Great work there by Taylor. Sub into the game for Abby Gum. Danny Decker comes into the game on the front line. Schuler Williams with the serve. Nice little jump serve, but the ball sails about 5 feet long. See if we could see that land on the replay, and you did see that. Our editor tonight is Peter Sorensen, giving you all the replay choices today. Good dig there by Alyssa Mantilla finally. But we do get one strike. That was Danny Decker this time, and not able to finish it, so ball goes long. Warriors in another side-out option here. Down 11-6 early in this match. And Danny has a great finish there. Subbing into the game, number 10, Jessica Velasquez. She is serving. She subbed out Georgia Johnston. Schuler with a good dig. The libero comes over. Gets the ball to Alyssa Mantilla, who just kind of pokes it over the net. Good enough for the Warriors. Great dig, assist. Good finish. So on our front row, we have Maggie Essman, Danny Decker, and Alyssa Mantilla. Libero Anna Hyde. Jessica Velasquez serving, and Schuler Williams, number 33, in the back. Great angle taken by Alyssa. St. Ed's does dig it. Jessica Velasquez. And then Alyssa Mantilla just working the angles. Didn't get up extremely high, but just worked it right into St. Ed's block. Sent that thing over, and it ended up going out of bounds. So nice little run here by the Warriors with Jessica Velasquez serving, and she finds the low angle, finding that space right between the front row and the back row. Doing a great job there. You see St. Ed's player, number 13, Jackson, not able to come up with it. Jessica Velasquez with the serve, trying to tie it up for the Warriors. And she does. St. Ed's with that kind of running attack and not able to get a full hand on it, putting the ball over. So 11-11. Great tip. Point given to the Warriors. Looked like they called Jackson on a going into the net. So timeout by St. Ed's as the Warriors retake the lead. So you've had a couple of streaks there, a couple of 6 or 7 points in a row for both sides. Both doing a great job on offense. And then that defense has been struggling for both teams. So let's show you our upcoming schedule. Well, I talked about this week. You see St. Francis and an ICCP coming into play here this week. The Christian Life Academy this weekend, then Elmwood Park, Lombard South. Those are all conference matches in a row. Oswego, Guerin. Oswego's a tournament. Guerin's in our conference. Aurora Christian and Bishop McNamara, a new entry into our conference. They are from Kankakee, so we'll see where we play them. I'm not sure those home and aways are quite accurate, but we'll look at those later. Check our athletics website at athletics.wheatonacademy.org for more information. Kind of give and go from Jackson. She got the ball back, able to send it. Schuler just having to put it back into play. Great angle by St. Ed's, but a good dig by Schuler. And a Hyde able to get it. Nice dig again. And then St. Ed's, most of Wheaton Academy came up through that point. Got a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer, and no one stayed back. And I think that's what Coach Nichols is talking about a little bit. Maybe also just talking about trying to get that ball a little bit higher, putting the ball into play. And a Hyde. Digging that. Alyssa Mantilla has been excellent up front, and she does finish another point. Great attack by her. Here's that net cam. You can see avoids those blocks entirely. Great job by Alyssa. So our crew again, Peter Sorensen for the editing today, giving you all the replays. Gwen Hadessa and Josh Martinez. And that ball sails just long. Point given to St. Ed's. Here's our YouTube channel. If you don't know already, this is Wheaton Academy Wheaton Academy.org. Give us a subscribe on this channel, though. That way you get notified of any of these games. If you're watching this after the fact, maybe you get notified as the game's progressing instead of finding it later on. If you subscribe, you'll get notified, and it says we've got a live stream going. It could be a volleyball game. Tomorrow's going to be a soccer match as Coach Brook goes for his 200th win. And Warriors look to extend their winning streak to 11 games, go 11-0 to start the season. They're nationally ranked 18th, but that's going up because they beat the defending 2A state champion last week. Well, Alyssa just put two hands up. Maybe in hindsight, we would have let it go to the libero and a Hyde, but she didn't know she was back there. Communication was there, but heat of the moment. So Cameron McClure is right there in the middle on the front row. You have Abby Gum there in the front. Alyssa Mantilla coming up. And she finishes it again. She has been deadly for the Warriors right now. Doing a great job. She's a senior for Wheaton Academy. Alyssa Mantilla is serving. Great dig by the libero and just not able to get up in time. Here's Alyssa Mantilla, a senior for Wheaton Academy. I believe all 4 years here at Wheaton Academy as well. Doing a great job so far. Overall attack game. Great setup there by Abby Gum. Good finish there by Georgia Johnston. Right into the hands of St. Ed's. Good replay action there. Great camera work tonight. I think we got a lift there. Got 2 hits, double hit. So point given to Wheaton Academy, up 17-15. Every point counts here. The libero, number 1, Anna Hyde, comes to serve. They must know something about Jackson. And Schuler with a great tap-in attack right there at the end. See this net play as she gets ready. She sees the ball and just right over the top. Excellent. I love that camera action. If you're watching tonight and you have any comments, feel free to comment right here on our YouTube channel. But also feel free to, as number 21, That's Maggie Essman with the finish. Great job, and she's a sophomore. Timeout for St. Ed's as they find themselves down 19-15. 2 points away from closing out this, or not 2 points, 6 points away from closing out this first set, though. Why don't you take a look at following us on Instagram or Twitter. We'll bring up one of these two. Our Instagram and Twitter names are the exact same, at the Real WA TV. It's a great place to get notified of an upcoming game. Also, see highlights or pictures. Also, we have a WA TV News episode that airs every Monday. So we put that up there too. Give you segments, and at the Real WA TV, great place to get us connected with social media. So we were talking about tomorrow. Coach Brook is going for his 200th win. If you want to follow us, tomorrow we're going to live stream that game from the soccer field. And then on Friday night, the Warriors take on DePaul University High School and for football, and try and get back to over 500. That's a great timeout for St. Ed's. They settled themselves down. Good attack. And just past the outstretched arms. I believe that was Mantilla in the back row. 19-16. Warriors have the lead, but going for a side out here. Last time Janish was up, she had 7 or 8 straight points, and unfortunately for the Warriors, this is just a really good rotation for St. Ed's. Janish is in the back. She's got great serve, and then they've got great net presence up top here. As the coach puts up a number here on the side. She wants it delivered to Alyssa Mantilla. See if that works out. Schuler had a good attack, but just not enough to get it past the defense. Abby with a great assist there. A good setup and a good finish by Shu. So Shu's a sophomore, Maggie's a sophomore. We have a lot of seniors. Got Danny Decker here coming back into the game. She's a senior, number 5. Georgia Johnston, number 18, she's a senior. Alyssa Mantilla is a senior. And that ball just sails long again. Shu is 0 for 2 in terms of that, and they need those points. Easy side out for St. Ed's there. Coming back to Wheaton Academy, we'll see Georgia with a good little setup. Shu had to come over and grab it, but Danny with a great attack off the net too. Not an easy attack. Able to put that thing right in the gap. So 21-18, Georgia Johnson comes back out. Jessica Velasquez back in. And Jessica, last time she served, went on a roll for about 6 straight points. 1 would be great. More after that would be even better. Looks like we got a double hit. Signaled by the officials, so St. Ed's gives away a point there, 22-18. Coming down to the wire here. Games are to 25, if you didn't know. Jackson with the attack and spike, and Warriors not able to defend that. Jackson stepping up to serve. Libero to Schuler. Great little quick play. Shu with a short set. Maggie Essman coming in. And she comes right out. As Mackenzie Vandersnick comes into the game for the serve. Alyssa Mantilla with a great dig. Right back to her from Shu. St. Ed's with a great control. And boy, Cameron had a great block. It just sailed just a tad out. She was in the right place at the right time. Just the angle was just a little off. Maybe you can see this thing come right back, right down. Just missed a chance. 23-20. Side out here for Wheaton Academy. Jessica Velasquez with a Dig, shoes everywhere, trying to get it, but not enough. St. Ed's within 2. High energy here, big crowds. Good crowd for 2 local teams. And that ball sails long. 23-22, and a timeout is called. D.A. Nichols, coach for Wheaton Academy. I believe the athletic director or PE teacher over there for the Wheaton Christian Grammar School. All right, 23-22. Wheaton Academy finds themselves only up by 1. Needs this badly. Shu has to just send it over. You don't want to give away those side-out options, and St. Ed's takes advantage of it. That thing hits the line on a great angle. I didn't see who was able to hit that, but a great attack by St. Ed's. Velasquez with a better setup, Alyssa Mantilla. But St. Ed's in the right position right now. Wheaton Academy not able to get anything with momentum. Danny has to send it deep. Not enough. St. Ed's with a quick little poke. Velasquez getting the ball to Shu. Shu sent it over to Alyssa Mantilla, but St. Ed's with an excellent job. That's quite a point. And Cameron has a free shot. Cameron takes it and it just sails long. It's unfortunate for Warriors. Find themselves down by 1. And this is game point for St. Ed's. A lot of pressure here. Good dig by by St. Ed's, and Cameron and Danny in the right place. Got it right back, 24-24. But now the advantage goes back to Wheaton Academy here on serve. See if Abby Gum can put it in the right place. Up front, Alyssa Mantilla, Schuler Williams, and Cameron McClure. Ball goes through the hands of the Wheaton Academy players. I believe that officially hit Cameron's hands, and the ball sailed out. So another must-have side out, 25-24. Game point again for St. Ed's. Libero Anna Hyde sends the thing over. A couple of poorly placed shots, sends it to Schuler, who has to just poke it over. Block attempt. Give the ball back to Shu. Shu did a great job with the angle there. And a great hustle by St. Ed's. Just keeping the ball alive, seeing if they can get some at the net. With some Mantilla's attack. Gets blocked and slowed down. It's a great job by both teams. Mantilla sends it long. And St. Ed's has, what amounts to an epic comeback. I think they were down by 5 or 6. And teams look to switch sides, take a 3-minute break. I'll give you a little break from my voice for a second, and we'll return back to action in a second. Wheaton Academy find themselves down, losing the first game of this match. We'll see what happens in the second. coming back at you. Take a look at our Twitter. I encourage, I do all the live stream for soccer, and I tell people if you aren't on Twitter, just go on Twitter for us or for Wheaton Academy. There's not a ton of things you have to follow, so just follow one thing. Just follow us. But create an easy account. It's pretty simple to set that up, and you don't need to post anything. You don't need to follow anything else but the real WATV. My name's Matt Hockett. I teach all the graphic design, media, art, photography, video classes here at Wheaton Academy. My email, mhockett, mhockett@wheatonacademy.org. Let me know where you've been watching from. If you watch this, what shots you liked. Hey, feel free to throw some criticism my way and say maybe I should get a second commentator or play-by-play person, or you'd prefer one angle on replay, not the other one. But feel free to throw some comments in our way as well. This is our first of a few volleyball live streams. We'll be giving you more now that we're set up. We had some technical difficulties with our setup process over the summer, so we are ready to go. Soccer's coming at you tomorrow. Football is coming at you Friday. And I believe we're going back to soccer next week. I believe that's Thursday, but we might have another volleyball game early in the week next week as well. Our football team has had 5 straight home football games, and we've broadcast all 4 of those, 2 in the rain, in absolutely horrendous weather. So the last 2 have been more acceptable as Abby Gum takes the first serve for Wheaton Academy. Well, I would say, St. Ed's went on a couple of much-needed point streaks. As number 1 for St. Ed's, Aaron Kramer, really attacked that thing right into the net. You can see this replay coming in strong, just over the top of our front row. New into the game, Mary Walker. She's in the middle on the front row for Wheaton Academy. Mantilla. All right, as Schuler finds the back line. Oh, no, they don't call it back line. They actually call it a tip there. So, but Wheaton Academy gets the point. Alyssa Mantilla here with the serve. Tip play does not work well for St. Ed's this time. As Schuler works that angle, boy, that thing was on the outside of the net there. She comes back around. You can see this right back to almost a give and go. She works that angle perfectly. Great replay action there for our broadcast team. Mantilla sends the ball over the net. Pretty good pace back there. And I would say that was, she signals my bad. That was pretty hopeful. She did not, number 1, Aaron Kramer, not able to do that, get that ball over the net. Great serve by Alyssa, and wow, that was just the best angle. Bianca Ventimiglia putting that ball almost straight down. Watch this thing just go boom right over. So not much of a chance by the libero, Anna Hyde. Oh boy, number 10, Taylor Janish, back in serve again. Serves it to Alyssa, had to get down, dig it. Schuler coming in, put the ball over, but St. Ed's able to get back position. And truthfully, as Georgia puts it through the hands, I have a number 12. I'm not sure who that is for St. Ed's. Puts it through the hands and able to get Wheaton Academy's 4th point, Georgia Johnston. Anna Hyde with the serve. The number is given to her. And it is often that they are giving the ball to Jackson back there in the corner. So we'll see if the strategy continues. And it does. Right back to Jackson. They're going to take their chances. They know stats. Maybe they've done some The Schuler goes into the net. Now, often teams will trade game tape. So maybe Wheaton Academy has, before a conference match, they have been asked for that. I don't see anybody actually filming in here other than us tonight. So I'm not sure who's able to do that. As great attack there by Shu. Sending the ball into the back row, and Dig's just impossible. You see the power by Schuler this time around. She does get the ball back now on her serve. Warriors are up 6-3. Running serve by Shu, and both times last game Schuler came up, she sent the ball long. Schuler evidently was talked to between games or has made up her own mind and has now put the ball right in the middle. Maybe not taking as many chances on this running serve. Right down the line and a great serve. Ball curving off to the side. See if the replay even shows how much this ball kind of moves. You can see that going right down the line. They're going to Jackson all the time. Coming right back at her. Yep. Maybe had a chance to go on long, but they had to play it. Wheaton Academy gets a free ball back. Schuler to Georgia Johnston. Ball hits the net, does go over. Maggie Essman trying to get her hands up. Nice positioning, and unfortunately Georgia's shot goes long. She knows that's missed opportunity, that's okay. 8-4 Wheaton Academy with a side out. Spinning shot by Jackson. Ball is moving through the air, and Danny Decker with the smile. Excellent job there on the finish, finding the gap. You know, in volleyball, it's not always how high or how hard, but often where you can place the ball. Number 2, Leah Kodat, a sophomore coming into the game for Wheaton Academy. And a Hyde with the dig, Schuler with the setup. Lissa Mantilla, that's a good strategy by Wheaton Academy, but the ball just sails long. Sometimes the result of not getting high enough, who can't work that angle. So she had to kind of poke that thing over with a different angle. So 9-5 Wheaton Academy. And boy, I don't think this replay will show this ball going out. Well, it doesn't show the shot at all going out on the line. But I think that ball hit the line from my vantage point. But Leah Kodat sold it perfectly. Mackenzie Vandersnick with a good little serve from back here. Shu just had to poke it. Great job by Mantilla to keep the ball alive. Decent job for Wheaton Academy getting the ball back into play. Good talk by Wheaton Academy. Leah able to get the ball to Danny. Danny not able to get much on it. And it's safe to say St. Ed's was able to get something on it. That was a great attack by St. Ed's that time. Wheaton Academy with very little chance. That ball with a good angle. Looks like they have a slight height advantage to Wheaton Academy. St. Ed's kind of mixed up here in terms of who should be where. It's number 8, Samantha Odinger, coming in to serve for St. Ed's. Back row people, Liz Mantilla, Leah Kodat, and Anna Hyde. With number 3 for Wheaton Academy, Mary Walker back in the front. And the intimidation factor of Mary and Danny sending that ball into the net. And Danny greets her sub with a high five. Abby Gum coming in to serve. Danny, a front row person, doing a great job up front. That's a point given to St. Ed's. Maybe a little net touch. You can see if we can see it here. Looks like a hand went into the net. Maybe Mary Walker's hand. Warriors up only by 4. Down a set. We'll see if we can come up with this set to make sure it ties it up. Either the ball went into the net or just hit the hands of the St. Ed's player. But Schuler's shot, yeah, was a little short there. So 11-8. Tough dig. Abby able to just save it. Get the ball back into play. Warriors having a hard time with the setup. Abby back to Anna and back to Shu. Shu had to dig her out her own shot. Not able to get much. There's been a couple of blocks on the front row. Alyssa Mantilla a little frustrated, poking that thing over with only 2 shots there. And Warriors had to play a lot as it was attack after attack after attack. You see Libero just out of reach there. St. Ed's doing a great job at the net. Number 1 for St. Ed's, Aaron Kramer back to serve. Shu's attack goes into the hands, and St. Ed's just getting better looks right now. Warriors not able to get it past the girls at the net. St. Ed's getting using their angles a little bit better. Warriors with 4 on the back row. Good dig by Alyssa. Abby setting it up Shu. I don't know if Shu's just a little tired or if that block there by Bianca. St. Ed's has the height, and 4 straight points forces Coach Nichols to call a timeout. 11-11. Talked about the upcoming schedule. Upcoming schedule for Wheaton Academy. They have a game tomorrow. If you want to come by and support them at home, get out here. That's against St. Francis. And then for, I believe it's Thursday or Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. They're on the road at ICCP. Warriors just trying to stop momentum. Now, a couple of reasons why they have some trouble with this right now. This is a team that maybe the Warriors should beat straight up. Nothing against St. Ed's. Isla Peach, one of their top players, and Brittany Wells, another one of their top seniors, are sitting on the bench hurt. It's not an easy spot for them to be in. Not easy for Wheaton Academy to be without Brittany Wells up front. Isla Peach's serve and back row presence, actually her front row presence too. She's got a great all-around game. And we could use the leadership too. A couple of starters that would be starters out and having to just applaud from the bench. So St. Ed's on that little hot streak again. Wheaton Academy, wow, an opposite hand attack. You saw Mary go up with her right hand, looking like she was going to do something, switches to her left and pokes that thing right over the net in a simple way. Great job by Mary Walker up front to stop that momentum. Alyssa Mantilla back here on serve. Sending the ball to Jackson. Jackson just doing enough. Maybe the strategy needs to change a little bit. Short set for short setup for Abby. Strategy worked because St. Ed's wasn't able to get set up. Georgia with the finish there on that attack, but the short set worked out nicely because Wheaton Academy has had trouble at the net. They have trouble getting those past those blockers for St. Ed's, so maybe the short set would be more efficient because you kind of take them by surprise a little bit. We'll see what happens. This Mantilla just kind of pushing the ball over. That ball is tipped though. And I believe they called that in anyways. So St. Ed's with the point. 13-13. It's a scorcher outside today. Hot outside, inside in the air conditioning. This match is heating up though. It's been close the entire time. It went down 25-25 before St. Ed's was able to win it, or 24-24. Then St. Ed's won 26-24. Now St. Ed's up by a point. Make that 2. Anna Hyde not able to get enough in position. 15-13, St. Ed's up a set against the Warriors. Warriors desperately need a side out and a little momentum coming back their way. Volleyball ends up being that for a lot of people. They say momentum exists in sports, even though you can't prove it. It's not a moving object, but Warriors trying to get it back. That's 4 hits for Wheaton Academy. As I think that tip that Abby was trying to send over the net didn't work out. 16-13. Great block by St. Ed's again from Georgia Johnston's spike. St. Ed's using the front row well. Finishing the points they need to, blocking what we are sending right at the net. Warriors are trying to play these back points or these attack points at the net to the back row. And both Warriors, Abby Gummon and Alyssa Mantilla, watch that thing go. Ball hits the line on the right-hand side over here. And a timeout is called. Warriors struggling right now. Need a side out. Take this moment to, again, talk about our crew. We've got Josh Martinez, Gwen Hadessa on cameras, giving you a wide shot look and a close-up. Got a net camera there that Peter Sorensen is choosing his replays for you. Peter often part of our editing team. Also a part of an after-school class. Getting full credit here. We have a live stream class for Wheaton Academy that takes place after school. They have to commit to about 5 hours of work each week. He surpasses that every week because he helps with football as well. We have Chas Luchanan, who's also in that class, and she'll be helping with football and then soccer tomorrow as she edits. So we have a number of students on our team to choose from, and thankful for our 3 today. Anna Hyde able to get that, and Georgia Johnston, you know what, just sometimes you just need to go hard into the net presence, and you see that St. Ed's able to get hands on it, but that block went long, so much needed for Wheaton Academy. Sends Anna Hyde, the libero, back to serve. Coach Nichols talking to the officials for a second. Anna gets set for her serve. Miscommunication there by Jessica Velasquez and Schuler. It actually distracted St. Ed's. I think they thought, that the point might have been out of reach for Wheaton Academy, and then they were able to finish that. Warriors having to do a little better job there in the middle, though. And St. Ed's misplays the ball. Taylor Janish, the libero for St. Ed's, pointing to herself saying, "My bad." So St. Ed's takes a timeout, sees what they can do with this, talk a little strategy. Coach Nichols with a little bit more of a smile here. Schuler kind of smiling off a point, that they got away with one of the miscommunication there early. Good team for Wheaton Academy. All huddled up in a circle. Hands next to each other and around. showing that there's unity across the team. I appreciate this about volleyball. Every point they bring it in, every missed opportunity, they bring it in. Make sure that no point is left unencouraged. Let's put it that way. Great dig there by Anna Hyde. This time, Maggie not able to time that thing. Tough to get on the floor there. It's okay. Coach Nichols giving the thumbs up to Maggie. Stay encouraged here. Just a sophomore. Schuler Williams in the front row, also a sophomore. St. Ed's, 18-16. Wheaton Academy getting the ball to the wrong people. Schuler comes all the way over. Georgia Johnston had no choice. Velasquez's dig went right to her. Schuler came over, and there's that miscommunication again because the ball's just not going in the right place. Speaking of which, ball hit the birds, or the crow's nest way up there for Wheaton Academy's old live stream booth. Whew, Wheaton Academy down by 4. Sub into the game. Melissa Mantilla on the back row. Ball does go to her. Abby Gum sets up Georgia. Georgia able to put it somewhere, but second go round, Georgia's shot goes into the net. So Wheaton Academy down by 5. 4 points away for St. Ed's. That's a missed opportunity again on the back row. Wheaton Academy just sending the ball over, hoping for a defensive stop here on the front row. Not able to. Schuler, who is going to normally be setting that thing up, couldn't. Georgia's ball goes over the net. And Abby Gum and Alyssa Mantilla just kind of find themselves out of rotation. Ball goes into the corner. Warriors not able to get to that. 22-16. You can see it on our screen. We have that scoreboard right there. Warriors down by 6. Schuler with a good poke. St. Ed's haven't made many mistakes up until this point, and that's finally his mistake by Jackson as the ball sails long. They have played a clean game the second game. Warriors lost the first game, have to take this one in order to force a third. Melissa Mantilla had to play that. It might have gone long, but didn't know. Oh, great dig by St. Ed's. Send the ball over. That's discouraging. Little tip didn't work out to Warriors' favor. Good attack there on the back row. And boy, St. Ed's just playing a heck of a job back there. Both libero, Janish, and number 1, Aaron Kramer, doing some great digs, but not able to come up with it. Warriors with 2 straight points. They need 2 or 3 more to tie this thing up. Schuler Williams with the running serve that she likes. The ball kind of floating in the air side to side. Tough to handle, placed it well. Georgia with the dig. Back to Danny Decker. Danny found the back row. St. Ed's doing some great attack from the back. That was an excellent attack by Georgia Johnston. Good block by Wheaton Academy. Maggie Essman just not able to get any feet under it. The tip wasn't strong enough. Georgia coming at it again. That thing goes long, not tipped. St. Ed's inches closer, 23-18. Conference match in the MSC conference here. 23-18, Warriors are down, need a side out. Alyssa Mantilla with the dig. Schuler poking it back to Alyssa Mantilla. Sends it to the back row. Outcalled by the team. Alyssa Mantilla had to play it. And Georgia Johnston just not able to get anything under her. Feet kind of got tangled up on her jump. The ball goes into the net. Match point for St. Ed's. Danny Decker into the hands of the blockers, slowing that thing down. There's that short set. And just like that, St. Ed's has done it to Wheaton Academy again and again. And here's another quality dig. They were not able to finish it. Maggie Essman, fist pumps going in. Every point has been hard-earned, but Wheaton Academy has to go 6 straight points. Otherwise, St. Ed's wins this battle here at the Warrior Dome. Great net presence up front. Mia Kodat, just a sophomore, looking to serve, knows she has to keep the ball in play. Cannot go into the net, cannot go long. Ball is tipped at the net, ends up on the Warriors side as you see the Warriors coming, shaking hands. St. Ed's with a come from behind victory, which really was the first set storyline. Now really in charge this whole second set, and they end up winning the match in straight sets. Warriors not able to force a third. Tough one, of course, for Wheaton Academy's live stream team. We want to see more victories than losses. I want to thank my crew, Peter Sorensen on the editing station tonight, Josh Martinez on the camera work, along with Gwen Hedessa. Fortunately for the Warriors, that sends their record to 3-6, and St. Ed's to 6-7, so they inch closer to 500. Warriors play again tomorrow at home against St. Francis, a tough opponent. Come on and support them if you can. I'm Matt Hockett. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram at TheRealWaTV. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Have a good night.